Hello? The Greek, you just chilling here? Oh yeah, you're in game voice chat. Never mind. My bad. Ogbar? You need to put me on cameras so I can change the cameras because I'm all alone here. Yeah. Thank you, man. Apart from that, yeah, I'm ready to go. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm ready to go now. Yes. Okay. How long is the second race out of interest? Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. I think I'll need it. I hope so. See you, man. Oh, a bunch of people just left the session. Why did a bunch of people just leave the session? and a beautiful good morning, good day, good evening to wherever anyone is watching. Welcome to the final round of the Motive Racing Formula Renault race here at the lovely track of Spa-Francorchamps. This race isn't just any race though. This race is going to be a title deciding race, and we will talk about this. I will talk about this more through the next two races, as for the first time ever I am actually alone in the commentary box. So if I fumble up my words a few times, be gentle on me please, because I am a wee bit nervous. But yeah, this is a title fight between Ben Parkey, Dan, and Xmart. So I'm not the best at maths, but I'll definitely try my best to tell you guys who is going to win this at the end of it. But one person, we'll actually ride on board with him now, who's going to want to cause havoc is Champ. As I say that, he's actually sitting in a wall, not where he wants to be. He's going to try and cause havoc, as he actually tends to get argy-bargy with Dan, also known as an Orthodubs, and Ben Parkey. As we saw at the last race in Japan, Champ actually slid backwards all the way into Dan, ruining his race effectively. And we're just seeing some comments coming in there from Pure Motorsports MA saying, "Hey guys, hello, welcome to the stream." And Smurf, I'm gonna call you Smurf, saying good evening man. Pure Motorsports saying it's a pro lassie commentator, the one and only Green Pies, the best F1 driver I ever saw. Hey, I like to stay humble, man. That championship fight in the F1 is coming very close between myself and just Jose, but one championship battle that we're really looking at right now is Ben Parkey. He's got everything to lose right now. I'll actually pull up the standings right now, if you just give me a second. So Formula Renault, yeah, so Ben Parkey is leading this race, or leading this championship, by only 40 points, and then there's only 7 points between Xmart and Unorthodox, so I think that might be the closest battle we see. And Champ is an anti-prolapse driver. He very much is, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. Champ is a fast driver, as no one's actually set a lap time at the moment though. Probably my favourite driver on the grid though has to be this man that we're watching right now, DJ Phil. I think since I've started commentating on the Formula Reynolds, he has made some incredible improvements, where he wasn't the best driver at the start of the season, but for the past 3 races he has put on some amazing fights. Last race at Japan, I believe it was, he was holding up everybody, defending for his life, and it was amazing. Still no lap times though, as Nicky actually goes back into the pits. So I wonder who'll be setting the first lap time, as Xmart seems to be coming. He's just coming through the bus stop chicane, just coming up to the start. Is that a fast lap or an out lap? And that was his fast lap at 2:01. Now that does seem a wee bit slow to me. I feel like they should be down in the 1 minute, I think. Yeah, he's a fast, but he rage quit a lot and get involved in a lot of accidents. Yeah, no, his first race back at Silverstone, he claimed he was going to win, and he was so close to winning, I think, but he lost his control. He got sent back to second place. Ben Parkey was going to win, and on the very last corner of Silverstone, on the very last lap, he bins it and DNFs basically. And then in the feature race, he just completely DNF'd. Don't know what happened there. As the wall's just saying there, you don't have to be nervous, Cillian. Just keep it real and keep going. You're doing good. Thank you, man. That means a lot, as this is my first time being alone in the commentary box. Usually I have Andy or Dan or Kelly to lean on, as they're more experienced than me. But, you know, the chick's gotta get out of the nest eventually. As Ben Parkey actually puts it on pole, so it's a prolapse 1, 2, 3 at the moment. This Champ has not set a lap time yet. I believe he's on a fast lap now. We'll find someone who's about to start a fast lap. The Greek. We'll ride on board with the Greek, and I'll talk you through this lap. I say that and he stops straight away. Let's see who's that there just about to come out to the bus stop. And it's Xmart, right? So we'll ride on board with Xmart. Hopefully he does a full lap so I can actually walk you through this lap, because Spa-Francorchamps is probably one of my favourite tracks on any game, any category, just anything. It's probably one of my favourite. So this might be a fast lap. Hopefully he does another lap after this. So we're coming up to the line. He goes 2 seconds faster. He's still in third place. You're coming up to this corner. This corner, you usually want to take a better apex than that. But you know, it is what it is. He knows what he's doing. I'm not the one racing the car. And the most famous part of this track, Eau Rouge and Radion. You come up here, it's a fast left, right hander. This, I think, is going to catch out quite a few people. I believe both races are dry, so we won't see any issues with that. But if anyone watched the F1 race, I think over half the grid crashed going up there, including myself, which was quite painful, as Xmart is 5/10ths down, coming through this tricky right-left, and then into another right. Going down hill to probably, I think, one of the hardest corners in F1, because you never know where you can get the grip and where you can turn in and get the acceleration on properly. Then he's coming through to No Name corner, and then continuing downhill. I love this track because it's just got such up and downs coming through here. This should be flat out, I believe. He goes quite wide. That's probably going to delete his lap time there. Coming through this, another fast right left-hander, and he slowed down quite a bit there. I'm not sure if that was intended. We'll get up the speedometer just so I can see his acceleration and braking. He is running with 19 litres of fuel, so he might want to, you know, get rid of some of that as we're coming into the final 2 minutes of this qualifying session. So doesn't mean it even matter if he wanted to get rid of some of that. He's not going to have enough time to get out and do another lap. As we ride on board with him here, this lap is definitely going to be slower. Hopefully he can do better next lap. As we're coming through here, flat left-hander, coming up to probably another really iconic part of this, the bus stop chicane, which, I mean, I think it's well named because, well, you slow down to basically a stop like a bus. So that's Xmart. That's a lap with Xmart. Let's go back onto trackside. As Champ, as we were on board with Xmart, Champ puts it on pole, provisional pole, by nearly a second and a half, and he's another 10th up. Champ is on a roll tonight. I was just looking at the comments there. Fury's granddad saying, "Evening all, go Fury. I predict Dan for the win. Hope my predictions are as good as his." Well, I mean, Unorthodox is going to be wanting that win to, if he wants any chance at this title. And as much as Xmart, Unorthodox and Ben are teammates, I don't think they're teammates going into this race, because they all want to be the Formula Renault champion, as this is the final Formula Renault race ever in motive racing to my knowledge. As Champ, he doesn't go faster. No, he does not. So let's ride on board with let's not ride on board with Fury, as he's not on. Let's ride on board with Civic here, as he goes nearly half a 10th up on his fastest lap time. He is 7.5 seconds off of Champ, so probably not how far back he wants to be. But as I was saying, yeah, Xmart, Unorthodox and Ben Parkey are not going to be friends in this race, as they all want to be the champion, because this is the last Formula Renault race. As the races in Formula Renault, they tend to be quite boring, not the nicest to watch, so we're actually going to switch up to Formula Rookies. And if you're interested in that, or just anything, we've kind of got anything for everyone. We've got F1 2020, ACC, as Nicky goes over half a 10th up, or not even half a 10th, half a second up, 5/10ths up. We've got F1 2020, ACC, and of course Project Cars 2, and we've got multiple disciplines in Project Cars 2, including the new Formula Rookies, which will be coming in after this season, which I myself will be racing in. So if you're interested in that, just go to the link down below, go to the website and sign up. It would be greatly appreciated to come and race in this amazing league. Even if you're new to league racing, don't feel intimidated coming to Motive, as that is qualifying done now, I believe. Sub-Zero, final man out on track. He's not set a lap time yet. But yeah, Motive Racing, the Discord is one of the most welcoming Discords I've ever been in, especially for sim racing. But I wonder, will Sub-Zero get to set a lap time? Hopefully he'll set a lap time and won't be starting 10th. As he is actually Champ's teammate, I think. I think he went up to 7 there. Just looking back on this. Yes, he went up to 7th. So this is quite the order. Unorthodubs is probably going to be wanting Champ to hold up Ben Parkey, maybe. I don't know. But Unorthodubs is going to want Ben to have a bad race and Xmart to have a bad race. So we'll quickly run through the grid here. On pole we have Champ, who is going to be wanting to run away with this. In second we have Ben Parkey, who's going to want to be running away with this. In third we have Unorthodubs, who's going to want Ben to have a bad race so he can run away with it. In fourth we have Xmart, who's going to want both of them to have a bad race so he can run away with it. In fifth we have Nicky, who is probably going to want to fight for, I think he'll be fighting for around about 5th, maybe 4th if one of the 4 in front of him can have a bad race. Ugbar, you know, we're hoping Ugbar can get through the first corner safe and sound. He has a tendency to be taken out in the first corner. In 7th place we have Sub-Zero, who is Champ's teammate. He's kind of like the Alex Albon to Verstappen. In 8th place we've got Civic. In 9th place we've got Fury, our local lawnmower man. In 10th place we've got my favourite driver, DJ Phil. And rounding off the grid in 11th place is the Greek. So that is our full grid for the sprint race tonight. It is a 25-minute race, I believe it is. And they don't need to make a single pit stop. So this is just going to be a race just to get around. See who can win this race. And we've got 7 people watching and only 3 likes. Come on, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. And also, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I've just noticed I've not been subscribed all this time. So, don't know how I didn't notice that. But I am now subscribed to Motive Racing. And everyone else should subscribe to Motive Racing, as I believe we're about to be starting very soon. Yep. Let's quickly get the map up. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 lights out. And away we go. And Champ seems to have gotten a horrific start compared to Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey and Champ, they've taken each other out. Ben Parkey's gone across and just taken him out. And that has given Xmart and Unorthodubs a great chance. Unorthodubs goes into the lead. Xmart is going to be wanting to fight back. He's going to have the slipstream up the Camel Straight, going up in Radion and a Rouge. That is quite the start Unorthodubs wanted. As Ugbar, I believe that is, goes very wide up there. That's not what we like to see. Champ though, he's going to be wanting to fight his way up. Where is? I don't see him. Ben Parkey's gotten his way back up to 5th. That is quite the recovery after that huge crash, but he does go quite wide. He's going to have to give that position back. And he's straddling on top of another car. That is not where he wants to be. As DJ Phil is in 8th place. This is quite the battle between these guys. As Ben is going to try and go around the outside, but it's just to no avail. Not going to work there, mate. Never going to happen. Nicky on the back of Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero actually is a penalty. We'll look at that penalty a wee bit later. The Greek having a few issues there. Fury going around the outside. Oh, as there's another crash there. The Greek getting spun round. Not what he wants. Ben Parkey down in 7th place behind Ugbar. Not where he wants to be at all. What are they doing? Only visual damage? I don't believe there's any damage on because, well, thank goodness there's no damage on, because half the grid would be gone by now, if not more. So Ugbar is holding up Ben Parkey. Not what he wants to be doing at all. That's allowing Champ in 5th place to just run away from Ben Parkey after that huge crash. There's definitely going to be a stewards inquiry about that. Nicky on the back of Sub-Zero. Xmart's all the way down in 10th. This has just opened it up for Unorthodubs to take this championship. This is quite the way that Unorthodox wants this race to go. Wow, what an opening lap here at Spa-Francorchamps in the Formula Reynolds. Ugbar also has a time penalty with Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey is going to go up on the inside of turn 1. Will he make it stick? Very close, side by side, and Ben Parkey does make it stick, but that's just going to give Ugbar the draft all the way up the Kemmel Straight. This is some phenomenal stuff. This championship has just been burst open in this final race here at Motor Racing. If you're enjoying this and you want a chance to race in these cars against these amazing drivers, yeah, they crash every now and then, but accidents happen, make sure you sign up. So Ugbar, Civic and Ben Parkey all fighting for 5th place. Ben Parkey wants to be higher. He very much so wants to be higher than 5th place, as Civic has just gotten a time penalty. Let's quickly take a look at the time penalties. Sub-Zero has a 1-second time penalty. Ben Parkey has a 3-second time penalty. Not what he wants. Civic has a 2-second time penalty, and Ugbar has a 4-second time penalty. Not what he wants either. Ugbar seems to be dropping off the back of Civic, and Civic has dropped off the back of Ben Parkey, it seems. But Champ has made his way back up to 4th after, in my opinion, I believe that was Ben Parkey's fault, that crash. I believe he went across and took him out. I've got to be as honest as I can be. But Champ hassling the back of Nicky, and makes it look easy. That was some great stuff there. So Champ is now on the back of Sub-Zero. This is quite the race to be commentating on. I bet you Andy probably wishes he was here to do that first lap commentating. So yeah, now in typical Formula Renault fashion in the sprint race, it's kind of died down. So let's ride on board here with Champ, as he's going to be wanting to get past Sub-Zero as quick as possible to try and catch up to Unorthodox, but Unorthodox is going to be wanting to Sub-Zero to hold Champ up as much as possible. This is really quite something here. Spa-Francorchamps always throws something, as Champ just gets past Sub-Zero easily there. Sub-Zero goes very wide. Ugbar has caught up to the back of Civic, as Civic has caught up to the back of Ben Parkey, so Ben Parkey might have made a mistake there. This is something alright, guys. If you're liking this, please hit that like button as hard as you can, and join Motive Racing if you haven't already. So yeah, as we ride on board here with Civic, don't think he's definitely not going to get close enough unless he just absolutely takes out Ben Parkey, which I know he won't. Civic is a fairly clean driver, but one man who has absolutely just stolen it tonight is this man, Unorthodox, who has now got a huge shot at winning this title in the Formula Renault. And I think if he wins this and then the next race, I think he might win the title altogether. But I'll be honest, my maths is no good, so I could not tell you that even if I wanted to. But Fury is within 1 second of Ugbar, as that wee triangle that comes up indicates that they're within a second. Ugbar seems to be going quite slow. Let's ride on board with Fury here. They both go very wide through that corner, not where they want to be at all. But Fury is caught right up to the back of Ugbar. He's going to try and go around the outside. Is he going to hold it? Ooh, that's some close stuff there from Fury and Ugbar, as Fury is fastest he's been through that sector. He's going to have a nice draft up this very long straight. This is a very long straight, because it has corners on it, but it's effectively just a straight line. I don't think he's going to have enough overspeed to catch up and make a move into the bus stop chicane. But Nick is right on the back of Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey is making his way through, trying to get his way back up to minimise the amount of damage done. Nicky is 8 seconds faster than he's ever been, as we're going on to lap 4 here at this amazing race at Spa-Francorchamps. As Fury goes for the overtake. Ooh, but he gets a wee bit loosey-goosey on the back there and just loses all his grip and any chance he wanted to be overtaking Ugbar into turn 1. So this is quite something, as it seems everyone bar DJ Phil, Fury, who is doing his job, he is cutting the grass, and Unorthodox all have time penalties. Let's have a quick look at these time penalties. Just flash them up on the screen. Ugbar has an 8-second time penalty. That is not what he wants. Champ has a 5-second time penalty, and Ben Parkey also has a 5-second time penalty. This is not what these drivers are wanting. Come on, guys, keep it clean. As we're seeing a few more triangles pop up. Fury on the back of Xmart there. Fury has dropped back and let Xmart through to Ugbar. I think that Xmart's chances of this championship have just been absolutely dashed, unless he can have some sort of miracle recovery back up into P5 at best. So yeah, as we ride on board with, we're looking at someone's house, but no, we're looking at Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey is catching up onto the back of Sub-Zero. Ben Parkey knows he's faster than Sub-Zero, but as one thing I've learned very much so in F1, it's one thing to catch up, it's a totally another thing to overtake a driver, especially if they're a good defender. You could be the fastest driver on track by over a second, but if they're a good defender, they will really hold you up no matter how slow they are, if they can just put the car in a perfect place. But Fury and Xmart are very close. Terrible camera angle, very common in project cars too. But yeah, Fury pushing Xmart. Let's quickly run on board with Fury here. On the roof here. Is he going to go up on the inside of turn 1? No, he's not. He's going to go out wide, try and get more speed than Fury. Fury seems to be, or Xmart seems to be going quite slow through there. Fury, I think, ooh, are they going to go side by side up Eau Rouge? No, they're not. Fury just slots in behind. He's going to take the draft all the way down the Camel Straight. Honestly, I think I'm quite surprised that I've been able to keep up with this the entire time, and I'm not really paused. But Fury, is he going to go up the inside or the outside? Which way is he going to go? He's going to go up the inside. Is he going to get this done? He's a second faster than he's been. Ooh, just the nose in there, not enough, not what he wants. He wants to be much more closer. But, oh, gets a wee bit loosey-goosey there going through that corner. Loses quite a bit of time. But Champ has really caught up to Dan. Dan is doing 159s, Champ is doing 157s. Not what Dan wants. I think Dan might have had a wee bit of a loosey-goosey moment. Not what he's wanting. Not at all. But Ben Parkey's gotten past Sub-Zero. So, Unorthodox is hoping that Ben screws up. Go Fury, as Darth has just said it into the chat. Well, Fury hasn't really had the best of races. One man who has been having an amazing race so far is Unorthodox. But Champ, I think, has come to absolutely ruin this. Unorthodox, he is a great racer. I love racing him in the F1s. But Champ, I think, just wants to absolutely showboat him and just overtake the final prolapse driver and take this win in the sprint race, as Champ tends to win in the sprint races. He doesn't seem to do so well in the feature races though. But just a reminder, Champ has a 7-second time. Champ has a 7-second time penalty now. Unorthodox has no time penalties. Wow, wow, wow. That is quite something. So as Champ goes very wide there going up Eau Rouge, not at all what he wants to be doing. But Unorthodox, if you're listening, you're only 2 seconds faster than Champ that lap. But he also has 7 seconds of time penalties. So if I was you, bro, I would not be worrying too much. But this battle has really heated up here. Champ has really caught up to him. Let's quickly ride on board it here in the cockpit with Champ. We are in Champ's helmet cam right now as we're watching him. He's right behind Unorthodox as they're coming into the no-name corner. As Champ goes quite wide there, that might be a slowdown, but I don't think he's been taking the slowdowns going by his time penalties, as he's got 9 seconds of time penalties. But Unorthodox goes wide there. He's probably going to get a slowdown, which I suggest he takes the slowdown. Oh, as Champ hits the back of Unorthodox. That was caught in broad daylight on the stream. That is quite something. Unorthodox is probably going to report that. Even though, yes, it is the final race, he's still probably going to report that. Which, I mean, if I was him, I would too. But that has just given Champ the lead. Champ has, let's see how many seconds Champ has now. Still 9 seconds. Okay. But Ben Parkey behind Unorthodox has a 6-second time penalty. And Ugbar has an 8. These guys are really racking up the time penalties. Only 3 drivers without a time penalty so far, and that is this man, Unorthodox still, Fury still, and DJ Phil, my favourite driver of all. So yeah, Unorthodox really dropped back there. Champ did a 2:14, but Unorthodox did a 2:02. I think that might be a wee bit wrong, but you know what? I'm just going to go off what the timing sheet says, because I don't know any better. So we're just seeing another triangle come up there, but it just quickly disappeared. But it's back now. Civic and Nicky. Civic having a wee bit of a lock up there going into turn 1. Turn 1 is quite a hard corner to get correct, but he's hoping that he can probably catch up to them. Catch up to Nicky. So yeah, no drivers breaking the 2-minute window. They're all around about the same pace, all over 2 minutes at least. So I would have thought they would have been in the 1 minutes at minimum. I think that's the right way that's said. Unorthodox really losing time here to Champ. Just a reminder, Champ has 14 seconds of time penalties. Champ, what are you doing? Let's ride on board with Champ here. Let us see where Champ is getting these time penalties, because it seems every single lap he is getting a time penalty, and it's absolutely absurd. As he goes over the white lines there. So I think that's a time penalty or a slowdown, and I think he's just ignoring all the slowdowns, therefore getting time penalties. So let's see if he gets a time penalty coming up to the bus stop chicane, which would be around about where the slowdown would be like, yeah, nah, you didn't slow down enough, time penalty. So he's on 14 at the moment. Let's see if that gave him a time penalty. Actually, Nicky and Civic, we'll go back to Champ in a bit, but Nicky has caught up to Civic quite a bit, but to no avail. I thought he was a wee bit closer there, but right. So I think Champ might be getting all of his time penalties going up Radion and Eau Rouge. So I guess we'll find out now, as he's coming through the first turn for the 8th time this lap. Only the 7th time he made it through without an instant, though, as on that lap 1 instant between Ben Parkey and himself, which I still do believe that was Ben Parkey's fault. So yeah, let's see, did he get a time penalty? Right, so he's still in 14 seconds. And nope, the triangles are deceiving me. I thought that they were a wee bit closer, those guys. He still only has 14. Okay, I wonder, is he learning his lessons? Maybe he's like, yeah, I've got enough time penalties, I can now drive like a normal human being for once, as we're coming in to the final 10 minutes of this race. So 10 minutes in, or sorry, no, 15 minutes in, and he's got 14 seconds. Ben Parkey has 16 seconds of time penalties. Guys, chill. This is absolutely absurd. No wonder Unorthodox is like slower than Champ and Ben. It's because Champ and Ben are cutting the track like there's no tomorrow. Like, come on, guys, it's not how you race. But yeah, Nicky, I believe Ugbar overtook Nicky, but we missed that as we were talking about Champ's run-ins with the track limit. I think that these track limits are being abused quite a bit. I wonder, is Champ abusing it to the point where he thinks he can just get away with it? He can just pull out enough of a gap that it doesn't even matter. But yeah, these time penalties, guys. Come on. What is this, guys? This is not what we want. So yeah, Champ has taken the lead after being sent to the back. So that is, I'll give it to him. That is quite the recovery from Champ, as he's actually now the fastest car out on track. I was about to say Fury's the fastest car on track, but no, Fury's only the 2nd fastest car on track, which, I mean, props to him. If he stays off the grass, he is a very fast driver. I will give that to him 100%. So yeah, Nick Ugbar seems to have slowed down quite a bit there, as we have another lovely zoom in of Nicky's helmet there, yellow helmet. But Fury right on the back of him. He's going up the inside as Nicky got a slowdown. That's just giving Fury 7th place. And you know, I'm not even going to try and do the maths, but there's probably a battle between these guys in the standings. Let's quickly roll up the standings. Oh, as Fury, not what he wants, getting loosey-goosey once again coming out of turn 1. Let's quickly run through the standings as we have a wee bit of a lull. Exmar all the way down in 10th place. Excuse me for burping. I had a Fanta earlier. But yeah, Xmart all the way down in 10th, not where he wants to be. So let's ride on board with Nicky here as we go through the championship. So Ben Parkey is on 365 points. Xmart in second place is on 325 points. 40 points behind Ben Parkey. And now, well, I think after this race, all his chances of becoming the Formula Renault champion have just been absolutely shot to pieces. Unorthodox on 318 points. 47 points behind Ben Parkey. I think he's still in a huge shot, even though, actually, Ben Parkey is right behind him. Let's ride on board with that as they're getting closer. Nicky in 4th place with 287 points. Laney, couldn't read that name for a second there. Apologies, Laney. Laney is not here tonight, I do not believe. So he's got 213 points. And then Matowski, who's also not here tonight. I've just noticed there's quite a few drivers not here tonight. He's on 192 points. Civic, who is here tonight, is on 185. Ugbar is on 181. So these two are going to be fighting tooth and nail to get 7th place. Maybe higher up to 6th, overtaking Matowski. Maybe even 5th, overtaking Laney. Fury in 10th with 176, who's also definitely in that oh, sorry, I skipped Sub-Zero. Apologies, Sub-Zero in 9th place with 177 points. In 10th place is Fury with 176. Champ in with 108 points, who's only done one... Wait, apologies. I believe he's only done 4 races and he's got 108 points, so kudos to him. DJ Phil with 43 points and the Greek with 36 points and Smoky Devil with 18 points. So yeah, as I look back to the screen now, Ben Parkey is caught right up to Unorthodox. I am glad I did not miss this by looking at the standings. As we just see a message in there from Smurf saying, "Go Ugbar, make your mum proud." Ugbar, you've heard it here first, as Ugbar and Xmart are actually battling it out. So Ugbar is fighting with a championship contender. Not that I think he's in the championship anymore after this horrendous race for him. I'm not even sure what happened to him. I looked like away for 1 second. I looked back and he's just absolutely fallen to the back of the grid. But Ben Parkey wants to revive his chances, and I believe if Ben Parkey beats Unorthodox, excuse me, if Ben Parkey beats Unorthodox to the line here, I think Ben Parkey is the championship winner of the Formula Renault, regardless of where he finishes in the feature race. So there is 5 minutes to decide this entire championship as we're coming into the final 5 minutes. Ugbar on the back of the Greek, I believe that is, as the Greek, not where he wants to be, facing those yellow and red barriers. I believe that's actually the part of the track where Giovinazzi and George Russell, as I stutter here, George Russell had a huge incident in 2020, I believe it was, here at this track. So Ben Parkey, he is faster than Unorthodox. Unorthodox has a penalty. Unorthodox has a 3-second time penalty. Champ has a 14-second time penalty. Ben Parkey has a 16-second time penalty. Wow, guys, as Ben Parkey actually goes faster than he's ever been in that part of the part of the track, but that is due to Unorthodox draft. So these two are probably in a party right now, talking to each other. They're probably laughing at each other because Unorthodox and Ben are still fighting for this championship. So this is really heated up here coming into this final race of the Formula Renault. Let's ride on board here in the helmet cam of Ben Parkey, the championship leader. Not the fastest man out on track. That title goes to Champ, who I believe is going to win this race easily. So we're on board here with Ben Parkey. He's actually, I believe he got a slowdown there, hence why he was so slow. He did lose quite a bit of time to Unorthodox, but he's probably going to make that back. As I'm looking at the steering wheel here, I'm not sure if you can see it on the stream. due to the block that is blocking all the ugly stuff. As I am the only one here, I am in charge of the cameras. But his wheel says he's in neutral. I hope he's not in neutral, because that would be quite bad. And actually, yes, you cannot see it. So on his wheel, it says he's in neutral, which you know, that's not where he wants to be in. I know he's not, but that would be quite something if he was in neutral on his wheel. But Unorthodox has finally picked up his pace, and he's finally broken the 2-minute barrier. So he is now going faster than Ben Parky, but Ben Parky did have a slowdown. And Nicky and the Greek has gotten past Nicky again, I believe. So this is quite something. I am surprised I have been able to talk about this race for as long as I have. I hope that the feature race, yeah, I got mixed up which one was the feature race and which one was the sprint race. But I hope that it's half as good. But Ben is back within 1 second of Unorthodox. So he has got 2 minutes. That is, they're going to get to finish this lap and do one more lap. He has got that amount of time to get past Unorthodox. But I don't think it matters, actually. See, I've been doing the maths in my head. I believe that Ben Parky, if he finishes where he finishes and Unorthodox finishes in the second, I believe that Ben Parky will be your Formula Renault champion. What is it? Oh, that's a back marker. I swore for a second there that was Champ. But Champ has a 19-second time penalty. This is really giving me something to laugh about. But Champ, damn, like, that is not where you want to be. Champ is not going to win this race, I do not think, anymore. This race is really going back and forth. I really wish you guys could see me, because this race is quite the thing. That is what it is. It was quite the thing. Unorthodox is 11 seconds. He has got a 3-second time penalty. Champ has got a 19-second time penalty. Unorthodox is going to win this, as Champ has started his final lap. He's coming through turn 1. He's not going to get enough time. This is something. So I wonder, will Champ take first, get pushed down to second because Ben Parky's time penalties are so big? I wonder who will win this race. As actually, only one driver, my favourite driver, I must say, DJ Phil, without a single time penalty this entire race. So props to DJ Phil there. That is some amazingly clean driving. He may be in last, but you know, he's the only driver without a time penalty. So that just shows how good of a driver he really is, keeping it inside the line compared to these guys. So Champ coming around No Name corner, coming into this fast left hander. You know, this is quite something. He's not gaining time, sorry. He is making time on Unorthodox, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's got 19 seconds to Unorthodox 3-second time penalty. So will this race be decided on time penalties? I think if Unorthodox win this and Ben stays in third, I think that there will still be a small chance. But you know what? Like I said at the start, guys, I'm not good at maths, so don't take my word as gospel, please. I could get really excited, and then it turns out that Nicky actually won. But coming through the bus stop chicane for the final time, Champ is coming across the line, on track in first place. But where will he come? So Champ is your provisional winner. Unorthodox coming through the bus stop chicane. He's going to want to take that as fast as possible. And Unorthodox comes across the line. Will he take the win on penalties? He will not. Ben comes across the line and stays in third place. Okay, so Champ really got lucky there. Sub-Zero coming across the line in fourth place. And Civic in fifth place, coming through the bus stop chicane. I believe there's a lapped car there. That's why I got a wee bit confused. Fury cutting the grass, as he is best known for, in my opinion. I love you, Fury. You're a great gardener. But Ben Parky, he is your Formula Renault Motor Racing final season champion. So, very big well done, as Xmart is coming through the bus stop chicane to take 7th place. Not at all what he wanted. He came into this race thinking, hey, I've got a chance, a small chance, but nope, it's completely blown out of the water. The Greek got pushed around quite a few times, pushed people around quite a few times, when it comes home in 8th place. Ugbar coming through the bus stop chicane for the final time in this sprint race in 9th place. And then Nicky, final man to finish this race, as DJ Phil was lapped. And that will round off the sprint race and the championship battle. So a big well done to, as we look at this lovely barrier, a big well done to this man, Ben Parkey. He is the champion for motor racing Formula Renault. But, you know, it's not over. 2nd place is still up for grabs, I believe. So yeah, we'll be right back with the sprint race. So here's your classification: Champ, Unorthodox, Ben, Sub-Zero, Civic, Fury, Xmart, the Greek, and Ugbar and Nicky, and I can't see the rest for some reason. So we'll be right back with the feature race. Oh.
Green Peas, are you doing the commentary by yourself?
I am. I actually love it.
Oh my! No, do you? All right, that's good.
Were you watching it? Were you watching it?
No, I'm racing it.
Oh, you're racing it.
Yeah, didn't you know you're commentating the race I'm in?
I didn't even notice. That was such a good race to commentate on. Oh my god.
I bet the first lap I kind of took it slow because I was still on the phone with my father. So I started the race, I left, and I'm on the phone. I'm trying to switch gears and talk at the same time.
I didn't even notice that.
Up, it was so bad, and then it was going up ready on, and I saw like a bunch of people spun out, and I just had a strong run going up Radeon, and I'm like, I just didn't want to break the momentum, so I clicked on DRS, and I just started weaving in between everybody, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna cut somebody off, we're gonna wreck.
Did you see that start between Ben Parkey and Champ?
Yes. Ben
Parkey went right across him.
It was so. I saw that all the way out front. I'm like, oh, that's a bad move.
Yeah. Oh no.
I was
like, I'm in here all alone, and I think I stopped once to read a text from my girlfriend.
Too much action.
Sorry?
There was too much action going on.
There was so I had to take a break. I don't know how Andy does this, but I was speaking at Mach 11 or something.
You get it now, don't you?
Yeah, like, I've been bitten by the bug, I think. Oh, that was some great racing. Some big crashes as well.
Yeah.
Ben Parkey
when Xmart
is the champion,
was like, is he? He won it? Oh wow.
Yep. Ben Parkey is now the champion. So if you want to go back in and just say I congratulate him.
Oh yeah, I absolutely will.
But yeah, I felt so bad for Xmart. What happened to him? I looked away for 5 seconds. Okay. I looked back and he's in last.
So, on the beginning of the race, when I had that really good run coming off Radeon, that next turn, that like right hand, we got dropped down to third gear. He was parked right on the racing line, and I was like, I just saw him, and I'm like, I had nowhere to go, so I went left over those sausage curbs, and it gave me like, I had to get positions back. But I think the guy behind him, I think the guy behind him didn't know he was there and just nailed him.
Yeah, there was a few people that drove into the back of other people.
Yeah.
Did you see that finish between Champ and Unorthodox?
I wasn't close enough, so I haven't gotten to see it.
With all the penalties, I should have mentioned this on stream. Champ had 19 seconds of time penalties.
Oh my god!
Unorthodox had 3. Unorthodox lost.
Had 7.
Unorthodox lost the fight by 1/10 of a second.
Oh my god, that is heartbreaking.
That is so heartbreaking. Whenever you go back, I'm going to mention it whenever I go back on live. Okay. But yeah, with all the time penalties, 1/10 was in it.
That's some hard going right there.
It really is.
Jeez.
DJ Phil was the only driver not to get a time penalty.
Was it really? He was far back.
He was the only driver without a time penalty. I mean, he was the only one not cutting the course. Of course he was far back. He was driving the course properly.
Yeah. I was 7 seconds. I got time penalties because I went wide in a couple of turns, like just barely. You know, the left side would dip off onto the curbs, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, wait, where were all these time penalties coming from? Because like I'd look one lap, Champ had 9 seconds. I looked at the next lap, he had 16 seconds.
It's okay. So the 2 corners you can do it. It's like I can't remember. Right before you get to that really tight chicane before the finish, where you make that really fast left-hand turn.
The bus stop chicane.
Yeah, right before the bus stop chicane, that left-hand turn where you go really fast. A lot of guys ran super wide.
Yeah, I think we're going live, so you go back to that.
Yep. Yeah, good luck.
Thank you, man. Good luck on your race.
Thank you.
And we are live here again. We are currently watching the race winner. And I didn't notice it until we ended the stream. But in that sprint race here at Motive Racing, Formula Renault, Champ won that race by 1/10 of a second to Unorthodox throughout all those time penalties. So this man here, we'll ride on board with him. Unorthodox is probably absolutely heartbroken that he lost that race, because if he had won that, coming first, and Ben Parkey had to come in third, his title hopes still would exist. But absolute heartbreak for Unorthodox there. Not what he wanted. So close. As I believe that's Unorthodox, and let me guess, that's Ben. No, that's not Ben. That's oh, who is that? Who is he sitting with? Unorthodox and Champ. Oh, what's happening here? Are they having a wee discussion on what happened that last race with all the time penalties? I actually had this great guy here, one of our commentators, Sub-Zero. He came in and told me where they're getting a lot of their time penalties. So whenever we come to it, I will point that out to you guys. But just seeing some comments coming in here, as the Team Prolapse YouTube channel coming in saying boring. Excuse me, another burp there. And another message from the Team Prolapse guys saying I got bored and let everyone through. I believe that's Ben Parkey, I'm guessing. Gelram saying questionable move from Champ overtaking Dan. 100%. I think that move was completely illegal. Ben T saying just checked in to hear Ben Parkey is champion. He is champion of the world. Always wanted to say that. Another one for the Team Prolapse boys. Yeah, nice one, Ben. Team Prolapse once again saying Champ cuts a corner or 20. Yeah, the wall echoing my thoughts here, saying come on guys, these time penalties, they are ridiculous, aren't they? Unorthodox coming in saying, well, we were off air, 19 seconds of penalties shows he can't race without cutting corners. Then I should have won that one. You really should have. I genuinely think you should have won that, because that was very questionable from Champ. Team Prolapse saying this is a bad race for penalties. I will translate that. And also, you should have won that, Dan. Yep, he should have, in my opinion. The Wall coming in with very nice comments saying keep going, mate. I am trying my best and I'm loving this. I think I've been bitten by the commentator's bug, and I think I'm going to want to do solos more often. Pure Motorsports coming in saying, hey mate, I'm back, just finished my enormous meal. What did you have is the question. What was this enormous meal, and was it actually nice? So yeah, just remember, guys, we've got 15 people watching, but only 3 likes. Come on, guys, give us a like here. Give us a like here. I'm all by myself. I want a few more than just 3 people liking it, and I'm one of the people myself. And the G is probably another one that's liked it. Champ doing his best, wrecking as always. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree. Last week, sorry, no, not last week. 2 weeks ago at Japan, he took out Dan, taking Dan out of contention to win that race. So yeah, and then he's done it again here at this lovely track of Spa-Francorchamps. Put on my accent there. But yes, where is he? DJ Phil, my favourite driver. He's currently in the pits. He's probably putting on a setup. He was asking the Discord for a setup because he couldn't find one. But still, he didn't have a setup, but he didn't get a single time penalty. So you know what? I'm going to ride him driver of the race for the last race for not getting the time penalties. So yeah, he gets driver of the race last race. So Pure Motorsports saying 2 pizzas, one with Alfredo sauce and tuna, and another with sausages and pepperoni. Was great, mate, after 17 hours of fasting. Damn. You know, I wouldn't be able to do that. So, I mean, kudos to you for sticking to your faith and all that. It's really hard these days, especially as teenagers, sticking to your faith. But 17 hours of fasting. Bro, I can hardly go 2 hours without eating. Yeah, the Wall putting in pizza emojis. You've made me really hungry now. I wonder will the G rock up to the comment box here with me and just, you know, bring food up for me. Would be greatly appreciated if he did. But Champ setting the pace once again. I wonder, does he want to make it through turn 1 this time without being taken out by the now champion Ben Parkey, who's coming through the bus stop chicane, who is starting his flying lap. Let's ride on board here with Ben Parkey as he's coming to start his lap. I saw him slow down at the bus stop chicane. That means he's starting his flying lap. So yeah, that was definitely a slow lap. 4 seconds off the pace. So we're coming through turn 1. That's Pure Motorsports saying it seems difficult, but it's really easy to be fair. Fair enough. You know what? If you've been brought up with it, you probably find it easy. As I've not been brought up in that culture, I would not find it easy at all. So you'd probably catch me on a desert island before you see me fasting for that amount of time. It's quite something, quite a feat, I must be honest. So kudos to you, man. And also, I believe you were racing as well. So racing on an empty belly, that is quite something. And in the first sector, Ben Parkey is a second up. So if he can keep this up, he will be putting himself up into second place. Hopefully he can maybe get a better start than last time, as that the start, I still believe, even though I am a Team Prolapse slash Lassie driver, oh, not what he wants, coming through no-name corner. That bollard absolutely taking him out of it. No, that is not what he wants. But yeah, even though I am a Team Prolapse and Team Pro Lassie driver, they just wanted me that much that they signed me to both teams. I've got to be completely bipartial whenever I'm a commentator. Unless it's this man here, DJ Phil, who is my favourite driver on this grid. But Unorthodox, Sub-Zero and Xmar, all the Prolapse drivers on this field are all sitting in the pit box right now. As DJ Phil is coming across to set his first lap time, I believe it is. Unless this is a flyer or outlap. Yes, that was an outlap. So DJ Phil, actually, you know what? I want to ride on board with DJ Phil. I never really do this. Never really get to see DJ Phil much, but he goes quite wide going into turn 1. Not what he wants to be doing. He's got that DRS open. You can just see it on the thing there on the right hand side with the gears and all that. Is he going to keep his He keeps his DRS going up. Oh, Rouge. Someone might want to tell him not to do that. Because he's really going to have to slow down, and then he turns it off. So he's going to want to work on that. Pure Motorsports coming in saying, difficult to keep calm. To be fair, you really become bipolar. Even when just racing in project cars too. 100% understand that, man. If I get hungry and someone takes me out, I am going to curse at them like a sailor on my stream. So, oh, as Sub-Zero, he kept his DRS open going up a Rouge. That is not what he wants to be doing. That was a horrific crash. We have seen some really bad crashes here in real life motorsport. The most fatal one that comes to mind right now is sadly the Hubert crash that happened in 2019, where we sadly lost Antoine Hubert in that horrific crash. I remember watching it. It was not nice at all. So rest in peace, Hubert. Not how anyone wants to go, but at least he was doing what he loved. But yeah, Sub-Zero really ruining his lap there as we're coming into the final 5 minutes of this race. Unorthodox coming through this really hard right hand corner, coming through no name corner where had a wee bit of a brain freeze there. Ben Parkey got taken out by a bollard. Who would have thunk the champion got taken out by bollard? Champ has gone 2 seconds faster than anyone else. Now that, you've got to give credit where credit is due. That is amazing. And you know what? I think I've been saying we've only had 3 likes, when actually we have 11 likes now, guys. So you've made me happy. I'm now happy for the rest of the night. 11 likes and 13 viewers. That is quite the thing. As Ben Parkey, you know what? Ben Parkey has just closed that down to 1.003 seconds. That is quite something, as Champ has now gone into the pits. So everyone set lap time bar DJ Phil, but Fury's lap time, not what he wants. 15 seconds off the pace. Xmar also not where he wants to be, starting in 7th place. Like, he wants to beat Dan, but he's not going to do that if he's in 7th and Dan is in 3rd place. So yeah. Oh, not what he wants to be doing. This race is all for glory now. Whoever wins this I'm going to give driver of the day to. Unless DJ Phil is the only one that doesn't get a time penalty again. Then I'm going to have to give him driver of the day for not getting a single time penalty. Just showing how great of a clean driver he is. Oh, that was very close there between Unorthodox and I believe... not even sure who that was. Sub-Zero, that's who that was. Sub-Zero. Great guy, Sub-Zero. Really friendly. I believe he is a commentator. So... he is actually... yeah, why did I say he is a yeah, he is a commentator, because he got in the box with me earlier. And was telling me, actually that reminds me, as we're coming into the final 3 minutes, you know what, I'll ride on board with Sub-Zero, as he was the one that told me. Let's ride on board with his roof here. Whenever we come up to the corner, I will show you where they're making all their time penalties. As I've just looked to the race feed, you cannot see that, but the amount of lap invalidations is actually ungodly at the moment. A lot of them from Fury, Civic, Unorthodox, Yeah, not what these drivers are looking for. But you know, as we've seen in these races quite a few times, qualifying position doesn't really mean anything. Because in the race, I think every single driver will make at least one mistake. But Sub-Zero is catching up onto the back of someone. Who is this? I think that might be Ugbar. I can't actually tell. But actually, I remember when I was on board with Sub-Zero. It's this corner here. They tend to go way too wide going over that curb, I believe he said. And they get a time penalty coming up through here into the bus stop chicane. Because if they slow down, they just lose too much time. Who is the broadcaster? I am the broadcaster myself. I am here by myself. If you want me to change anything the way I'm doing, any recommendations, I will take the recommendations. But yeah, as we're currently standing, Champ is 1 second ahead of Ben Parkey, and Ben Parkey is 1 second ahead of Unorthodox, and Unorthodox is 1 second ahead of Sub-Zero. So 4 seconds, that is quite the gap between first and fourth place. So yeah, once again, I am here, me, myself and I, in the box. I am doing the cameras, I am doing everything. I thought you needed... No, so I'm actually like doing the cameras, and you see that box there with the Renault sign and the mode of racing? That is actually covering all of the stuff that shows it. I'm really doing... Thank you, man. That really does mean a lot. Like, as a commentator, I've only been doing this for a few months now. You'd appreciate a few more onboards. Yeah, I love the onboards here. I'm not sure which is better. I like the roof because it gives me the F1 vibe. But I also like the cockpit vibe because it just shows you like what they're looking at, and it's really great. As we ride on board here with Unorthodox, as we're coming into the final 45 seconds of this session. I'm not sure if you can see that at the top of the screen. But yeah, Unorthodox. We'll ride in first person with Unorthodox for the remainder of this lap if he goes for another fast lap. I'm not sure how much faster this lap is, but I guess we'll find out in a second. I did completely lose my train of thought what I was talking about, as Pure Motorsport is saying the roof is the best. Then you know what, for you I will go with the roof. As he comes across, he is nearly 9/10ths up. He is a 10th off Ben Parkey, but Champ is still head and shoulders above everyone else. So Unorthodox is going to go for one final flying lap here at Spa-Francorchamps, and this is his final chance to get on pole position and dethrone Champ, as Champ and Ben Parkey are both in the pits. In all fairness, if I was Ben Parkey, I'd probably have a wee bit of fun and start in last place, because you know what? Why not? That'd be good fun. Doing the last to first. I know I did that at Austria, and that was good crack. But yeah, Unorthodox, he was a wee bit slower through there, I think. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. No problem, man. I tend to lose my train of thought. I'm a wee bit like Andy sometimes. I start talking about something and I completely forget what I'm going to say. But Unorthodox, wee bit loosey-goosey on the rear there. Will he be able to overtake Ben Parkey, or will he let Ben Parkey start in second again and take out Champ going into the first corner once again? I guess we'll find out in about 5 minutes how turn 1 is going to go. Hopefully a little cleaner than last time, and you know what, maybe the drivers won't get as many penalties. In fact, you know what, I may make a suggestion, as Dan is actually, he's not that faster. I might make a suggestion that in the case of where a load of drivers get time penalties, that the drivers who don't get time penalties actually get one extra championship point. I think that would just be a great incentive to drivers not to get time penalties. As Pure Motorsport is saying in the chat, Dan is really fast flat out on a Rouge and Radeon and DRS Open. Yes, I saw that. I don't know why I didn't comment on it. But as he's coming across the line, will he dethrone Ben, or... No, he does not. He doesn't even go faster, sadly. So, that's the running order. The running order is Champ, Ben Parkey, Unorthodox, Xmar finally gets back up to 4th place. Sub-Zero, Ugbar, Civic, Fury. The Greek, Nicky, and rounding off the grid is my favourite driver, DJ Phil. Team Prolapse coming in saying Team Prolapse are very drunk at the moment. That is, that might explain why Ben Parkey crashed right into Champ off the start. As you can see, Champ's front left wheel. Yeah, a bit of drunk driving there coming from the Team Prolapse drivers. So yeah, let's. I believe this actually is this the exact same grid order that we did last time, guys. We've got Champ, Ben, Unorthodox, Xmar, Sub-Zero, Ugbar, Civic, Fury, the Greek, Nikki, and DJ Phil Green. I believe that this might be the exact same the exact same grid from last time. As we're just seeing more messages coming in, a bunch of emojis from Prolapse drivers. Drunk guys go flat out DRS open all the time. Yeah, that makes sense why Unorthodox. He probably put on the DRS the entire lap and just forgot about it. That would explain why he didn't go faster. But here at Motive Racing, we do not condone, I personally do not condone drink driving. As it tends to end bad. I mean, drink driving is okay in sim racing, so long as you don't take anyone out. But guys, we've got 13 viewers watching. How many likes have we got? I'm just going to quickly refresh. How many likes have we got? We've got 11 likes. Come on. There are 2 of you who haven't hit that like button. What are you doing? Come on, guys. Hit that like button. As we'll be starting any minute now. This is a 21 lap race with a pit window where they mandatorily have to pit on lap 7. As BT is coming in saying that's the Prolapse way. Ben is always fast when drunk. That's a fact. Yeah, maybe that's probably how he's won all of his races. He's just being drunk. As Special Forces group saying always do. I'm assuming that's talking about drinking and sim racing. But I cannot see the lights for some reason. But we are away, and Champ has definitely gotten a better start than Ben Parkey this time. So I think they'll make it through the first corner cleaner this time. Unorthodox. Oh, Unorthodox is just taking out his teammate. Unorthodox is now riding Fury. No! The teammates have just taken each other out. Well, actually, no. Unorthodox is taking out Ben. Ben cannot get through that first corner without being taken out or taking someone out. That's embarrassing for the Team Prolapse drivers. Oh my days. So that's put the Greek all the way up into second place, or third place even, right behind Sub-Zero. Ugbar, this fight for second place is really heating up. Champ is going to want to try and run away and maybe win this race. Oh, as the Greek that gets taken out by Sub-Zero completely. Oh no, as Sub-Zero and Ugbar are both off. Come on, guys. There is a huge crash, and we're out of focus. Why are we out of focus? It's probably best we're out of focus. Come on. This camera angle was really not the best. Wow, those were huge crashes, guys. Don't know why the camera keeps getting out of focus as Sub-Zero is facing the wrong way there. Ugbar in last place. Wow, guys. As Fury is going to try and make a move on Sub-Zero, or no, on the Greek, my bad. DJ Phil Green up into 6th place. That is what I love to see. As we're seeing some more messages coming in here from some more of our lovely drivers here at Motive Racing. Prolassi guys are most teenagers, so I don't think they drive drunk. No, they do not. As Fury goes off to make sandcastles in the sand pit. Unorthodox has made his way back up to 5th place. Our first penalty of the feature race goes to Sub-Zero, and it is a 1 second time penalty. Not what he wants. They are definitely drunk. Yeah, Prolapse drivers are definitely drunk. 100% would agree with that. As Unorthodox took out Ben Parkey. That is quite embarrassing. Now they're behind each other. Let's ride on the roof of Ben Parkey. I wonder, will Ben Parkey get... Oh no, Ben Parkey's coming in for a pit stop? Why is he coming in for a pit stop? I am so confused. This is not your pit window, Ben Parkey. What are you doing? Damage is off. Fury is right behind DJ Phil. Come on, DJ Phil, you can defend him. As Pure Motorsport has said, Sub-Zero is a big Champ fan. I think he is trying to do the same. Yeah, he is probably trying to take out some of these drivers. I am absolutely perplexed. Why did Ben... Oh! as Fury crashes into DJ Phil. No, Fury, that is not what you do. You do not crash into my favourite driver. As we're on to the second lap here, Champ has pulled out a 7-second lead. Wow, that is quite the lead. Ben Parkey has just come out of the pits. I don't know why he pitted though. That is that's what drunkenness does to you. As DJ Phil, oh no, DJ Phil has just spun. I wonder, did he get spun though? I don't think DJ Phil spins by himself. He always gets spun by someone else. So yeah, as we're right on board with Nicky here, he's catching up to the Greek. Oh my days, guys. What is with you guys and crashing into each other here at Spa-Francorchamps? Come on, guys. At least you are giving me something nice to commentate over. So, I mean, I'll not complain too much as my HDMI cable is actually dangling. So, I might lose connection to my TV for a second if that happens. Oh my god, Champ is close to win. Please God, make that he don't. You know what? Champ, you've got this. I'm not voting for you because I want you to crash because of commentators' curse. But you've got this, man. But Sub-Zero, the Greek... I swear, I'm getting the Andes where I'm hiccuping as I try to talk. I have now dubbed them the Andes whenever you hiccup while commentating. So... Sub-Zero has fallen off to the back of Nicky, or not Nicky, the Greek. So overtaking Nicky. Terrible angle there. But yeah, the Greek overtakes Nicky going into the bus stop chicane. Ugbar is coming up on DJ Phil, and he's got the move done just before the bus stop chicane. Sub-Zero on the back of Nicky. I've actually got the Andes. I will now be calling my hiccups the Andes. Just a few inside jokes there. This is quite breathtaking, guys. So Sub-Zero, oh, he spins going up Eau Rouge as he has his DRS open. This is quite the weird angle that we're on, as he does a lovely donut there, another weird angle. So yeah, he's lost all his time there. Nicky and Sub-Zero are the only drivers with a time penalty at the moment. Ugbar easily going to overtake that. Ugbar was going much faster as Sub-Zero did have to slow down a considerable amount, but Champ 3 laps in, 3.5 laps in, my bad, and he is nearly 10 seconds up. Wow, that is kudos to you. Like, I'm a Team Pro Labs driver, but kudos, man. That is some phenomenal driving that he's been able to keep this clean and just, you know, not crashed as it seems everyone else on the grid wanted to be in each other's cockpit. Like, come on, guys, as Sub-Zero drops down to last place. Ben Parkey in second last place. Like, I'm still confused as to why he made that pit stop, but you know, there are some things in this world that we will just never understand. Where's Unorthodubs? Unorthodubs is in 4th place behind Xmart. So, you know, Xmart for once is beating Unorthodubs. And you know what? He probably wants to keep it this way. As we go on to lap 4 here, Unorthodubs goes on to lap 4. Champ has picked up finally his first time penalty. Any bets on what it is? My bet is it's a 3-second time penalty. Let's see. It's a 3-second time penalty. You know what? I can't believe I got that correct. So, Champ now has a 3-second time penalty. Just a reminder, coming on to lap 7, all the drivers from lap 7 onwards will have to make at least 1 pit stop. But Ben Parkey is going to have to make another pit stop. So, I'm not sure what that's about. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to question a drunk man. But Civic making up time on Champ. Champ, maybe he's actually trying to do the slowdowns. Maybe he's figured out, hey, if I slow down, I don't get so many penalties. So, you never know here. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, make sure you slap that like button. Make sure you slap subscribe. And make sure you join the Discord if you have not already, and sign up. New seasons will be starting very soon in all project car categories. The Formula 1 season, it's coming to a head between myself and Jose. There's only, I believe there might only be 15 points between us going in to the last 5 rounds, it is really heating up. You know, I'd really love it if Jose just, you know, didn't show up for a few races, but you know what? It is what it is. It's going to be a title fight. I think it's going to go right down to the wire. Malahimovic, still, he's mathematically in it, but he's still yet to even get his first win. So maybe Malahimovic can get his first win going into one of these races, one of the final races. ACC, I cannot say I know much about the ACC, as I'm not a big fan of ACC, so can't really tell you much on that. But yeah, that's all the leagues, and we're actually we're on the move to move over to PC as we watch Ugbar is being chased down by Ben Parkey. But yeah, Motive Racing is going to be expanding, not moving, expanding to PC soon for ACC, I believe it is. So yeah, if you drive on PC, make sure you sign up to that. A Civic. Is Civic overtaken Unorthodox? No, Unorthodox is overtaken Civic, and Xmart is overtaken Civic. Oh, this is heated up here, guys, for the battle of second place. So Civic really falling off there, as we love looking at this barrier. But you know what? That's not what we really want to be looking at. This battle between Unorthodox and Xmart is heating up quite a bit. Oh, as Unorthodox, he's drifting. He's spun it. No, Unorthodox, that is not what you want to be doing. He spun it in the Sochi race last night, and he spun it here at the Spa-Francorchamps race. I will put on my best accent to say Spa-Francorchamps, as Ben Parkey is right on the back of Ugbar. I hope no one clips that. So yeah, Ben Parkey pushing Ugbar through these corners. Wow. Ben Parkey going very wide, cutting the grass. He's pulling a Fury, and speaking of Fury, Fury's all the way up in 5th place. That is some great driving from Fury. But Ben Parkey, he made it look so easy. I didn't even notice that you overtook him. He just like got past him, just teleported past him. That is quite something. I will give it to him. That is quite an achievement. But Xmart has caught up to 4 seconds of Champ. Champ, what are you doing? You had a 10-second lead. You've lost 5 seconds. Let's see how many time penalties these drivers have now. Any bets? Civic has 6 seconds of time penalties. Sub-Zero has 6 seconds of time penalties. Nicky has 7 seconds of time penalties. Wow, guys. Come on. I would have thought you would have learnt your lessons from the last race, where Champ got 19 seconds of time penalties. I would have thought you would have learned your lessons a wee bit. Come on, guys. This is not what Motive Racing is about, as we've got 11 viewers watching right now. This is quite something, guys. Whew. Excuse me for the yawn. As the Greek is closing into the back of Fury. So I wonder... Oh! Nicky's disconnected! That's brought us down to 10 drivers. That is... Where was Nicky? Oh no, I wonder was Nicky high up? He's just giving a load of people positions now. Oh, well, okay, right. I think he might have been down the field a wee bit. But yeah, that's... It's not what we would like to see. We don't like to see drivers disconnecting, because that ruins their chances of winning the race. I don't think he was really in with a chance, as Champ has just... He's been phenomenal this race. He's 6 laps in. Coming around this time, we'll be starting the pit window. That's what it's called. A wee bit of a brain freeze once again. So coming round, and the pit window is open for Champ at least. Now, so we can come in. As he goes faster than he's ever gone before in this race, doing a 1:58.5. So he's making that time back up on Xmart. So and now, as usual, these races get quite boring. So you know what? Because it was recommended, we'll ride on board with the championship winner. We'll ride on board the roof here as Nick has just put in a message saying, "Oh no." I will translate that to, "I just got disconnected, crying emoji." Yeah, I'll translate that to "oh no." But you know what? We'll ride on a lap here with Ben Parkey, our championship winner, currently in 7th place. You know, not where he wants to be. But yeah, Nicky, that is oh, that's not where you want. Getting disconnected. Maybe the Team Prolapse headquarters needs to invest in some better Wi-Fi. Ben Parkey's nearly 2/10 down on his fastest time. Ben Parkey's not been able to break that 2-minute barrier, but only 2 people have been able to break the 2-minute barrier, and that is this man. If my thing wants to go up, Xmart and Champ. Champ has been driving phenomenally this race. He's pulled out a gap. He lost that gap really quickly. Then he pulled out the gap again. So yeah, Sub-Zero is catching onto the back of Ugbar. Is Ben using? Has Ben got his, okay? Wait, Sub-Zero nearly went in with DRS. Let's ride on board with Ben Parkey. Let's see how often he uses his DRS. As we're coming through here. No DRS? Personally, I think I might use that DRS. Yeah, it's only a wee straight, but you know what? DRS counts everywhere. As he's got his DRS open now, so I wonder what the time penalties are looking like. You know what? Just a quick peek. No changes, but Sub-Zero's now got a 10-second time penalty. Oh, Ben Parkey! Or not Ben Parkey, the Greek and Fury are fighting. I wonder I think Fury had a really big slowdown. Oh, that's not the kind of camera angle we want to see. But Greek, oh, what happened there? His car seemed to levitate. As Pure Motorsport saying, we'll go 5 minutes. Watch the GT3 donuts. I'm guessing that's talking about in real life or something, because I don't know what you're talking about. But as we're looking at a tree right now. Why are we looking at a tree, game? As the Greek has just overtaken Fury as we were looking at that lovely tree. I believe that was a deciduous tree. So you know what, geography learning with Cillian here at Motive Racing at this lovely track of Spa-Francorchamps. As Sub-Zero he's going to want to be catching up to Ugbar, get those positions back. But this right here, Fury and the Greek, I'm not sure who Fury kept fighting with last week, or not last week, sorry, 2 weeks ago. Fury just kept on getting in a fight with some driver. I can't for the life of me remember who it is though. Which annoys me, because they got in fights so many times and they're constantly crashing, and they ruined my man DJ Phil's race too many times. But yeah, Fury and the Greek. Fury hasn't opened his DRS yet. Come on, Fury. Ah, there he goes. He's opened his DRS now. He's listening to me. The Greek has also got his DRS open. Let's ride on board with let's go bonnet view. Oh, as we go on bonnet view, that is a huge crash. As we watch him spin round, do a lovely pirouette 3 times, constantly hitting the wall. But no, that is not what Fury wants. Not at all. That was a horrible angle to be looking at that from. Sorry if anyone got quite dizzy from looking at that. That was something, all right. As the Greek actually goes a 10th quicker than he's ever gone. So, unorthodox in the 158s now. So, I wonder, can he try and catch up and maybe get that podium back from Civic after that uncanny, but also quite canny spin at the no-name corner. Oh, excuse me for a voice crack there, you know. Still hitting puberty. As Kelly would like to bully me for, as I am, I believe, the youngest commentator here. But Xmart spun, I think, and in the same place maybe as Civic, and that's just let Unorthodox catch right up to the back of him. Oh, this is quite something now for this battle for second place. This battle for second place is really heating up. Let's ride on board with Bonnet here. Maybe Dan won't spin whenever I go onto his bonnet. I wonder if me sitting on Fury's bonnet might have just tipped the weight way too far forward, and he just, you know, spun too much grip. But Xmart, he's going to be wanting to catch up to Civic, and, you know, for pride, get second place. He won't beat Dan in the championship, I do not believe, but you know what, it is what it is. As I won't say what Nicky said in the Discord, but you know what, if you want to see what he said in the Discord, make sure you join the Discord and look in general chat. Lovely message there from Nicky. Oh my days, gotta love him. So yeah, back on to watching this race. Xmart 6 seconds down, but Civic, huge lockup going into turn 1. As DJ Phil, first man to make the break into the pit stop, and he's off. No, he's not off. He's still just sitting there. I wonder, is he getting his tires changed? Yeah, he was probably getting his tires changed. That's my man. DJ Phil is off now. The GT3 donuts at the race before this. Ah, okay. Oh, DJ Phil clobbering the side of that wall. Not what he wants to be doing, but DJ Phil is about to be lapped by Ben Parkey, Fury, and the Greek. You know what? Let's quickly go through these drivers. Let's see who's doing what fuel strategies. So the Champ has 56 liters of fuel. Civic only has 16, so he's hoping that he remembers to put in fuel. So Civic, if you're listening, remember, put in fuel. Xmart only on 12 liters of fuel, so put in fuel. Unorthodox only on 13. The Greek is on 66. Fury is on 66. Ben is on 66. Ugbar is on 67. Excuse me. Sub-Zero is on 34, and DJ Phil is on 85. Wait, I wonder, Ben Parker, he's on 65. I wonder, did he accidentally start the race on qualifying fuel, and that's why he had to make the pit stop? That makes so much more sense now. I am so smart. But Unorthodox coming right up to the back of Xmart. He's going to want to overtake Xmart for pride. They are teammates, but he still wants to overtake him. On track, that is. Let's take a... Oh, you know what? Let's not take a look at time penalties, as Unorthodox going left, right. But to no avail, as Xmart goes very wide. And, oh, nearly tagging each other there, the teammates. But Xmart, just... he keeps turning left. Xmart just kept turning left, going in that corner. Mate, the corner is only so far left. You need to straighten out. You don't just keep turning left. As we're seeing a message coming in from Simplay Motorsport, which I believe that is Matahimovic. Damn, Champ is winning. What are you do? Oh, no, sorry. Dan, Champ is winning. There should be, I believe, thingy there. I'm dyslexic though, so I actually wouldn't know. What are you doing? Yeah, no, at the very start, Dan took out Ben Parkey going into turn 1. So that is what Dan is doing, taking out his teammate. As we're just looking at Ben Parkey right now, I believe he just got past Fury. We just about missed that. But yeah, and Ben Parkey had to come in and pit on the very first lap to put in fuel. I believe it is. That is my hypothesis. I did not look, but that's my hypothesis. So he's going to have to make another pit stop. As he's actually... Why does this camera angle keep pointing us towards the tree? But yeah, Ben Parkey is going to have to make another pit stop, which is not what he ideally wants. So Champ is 18 seconds in the lead now. Oh, Fury, no, that is not what you want to be doing, Fury. Fury off these drivers. They're not liking this track. Let's see. Oh yeah, as I was saying earlier, let's take a quick look at time penalties. These drivers not liking these time penalties. Champ still only has 3 seconds of time penalties, so kudos to him. But yeah, so the current standings are Champ, Civic, Unorthodox, Xmart, the Greek, Ben Parkey, Fury, Ugbar, Sub-Zero, and my guy DJ Phil. So Ben Parkey, that's right on board here on his bonnet. Let's hope the weight of me does not cause him to spin around like it did with Fury, which was quite devastating when that happened. He's got his DRS open. He puts his wheels onto the grass a wee bit there. Does not want to spin there. As Unorthodox actually comes in to make his mandatory pit stop, and he does put in enough fuel, it seems. He's putting 42 litres. Is he off? No, he's not off. And now he's off. Rightio, now Ben Parkey. Ben Parkey has overtaken him, but Ben Parkey still needs to make his mandatory pit stop. And Fury's now in. I think Fury took a cone with him in. Probably wanted to give that to his mechanics, maybe. Maybe they needed a cone for the parking lot or something. But yeah, Fury in. Ben Parkey going up a Rouge with DRS wide open. Wow, as we look at this tree again. Come on, Project Cars. Why does it keep putting us towards this tree? That's actually annoying me. But yeah, Ben Parkey kept his DRS open all the way up there. But let's look at Fury. Fury, he's putting enough fuel. Just love to make sure that they put in enough fuel. As I yawned for a second there, apologies for that if anyone heard that. Ugbar in to make his mandatory pit stop. He's got enough fuel. I wonder, has he actually made the pit stop? Yeah, he must have made that pit stop and is now on his way out of the pit box. As we are 12 laps in, we have reached and surpassed the halfway point of this race, and only 3 drivers have a time penalty. So yeah, that is quite something compared to last race. They must have finally learnt their lesson, so kudos to all you guys. Oh, as Civic and Xmart are both in to make their mandatory pit stops. Did Civic pass his pit stop point? Or is that Xmart's pit that he... No, okay. So Civic has gone to the right pit stop. And has he put in... Is he putting in fuel? Okay, he has put in enough fuel. Xmart coming in. Is he putting in enough fuel? He has. Okay, I was about to have a panic attack there. The Greek is coming in. He has got enough fuel, I believe. Yeah, so it seems these drivers, they are putting enough fuel. They must be listening to me. They must be like, yeah, remember, make sure I put in enough fuel to finish this race off. Otherwise, I will look very embarrassing because Cillian is going to make fun of me for not putting in enough fuel. And I will do that. Sub-Zero going up to 6th place, even though he still does need to make his mandatory pit stop. But is he going to jump? Yeah, he's got past Xmart. Right, I thought that they were going to have a wee bit of a fuss there. Maybe Xmart was going to keep trying to fight him for position, but he doesn't need to. He just needs to stay behind him. Just a reminder, guys, we have got... How many have we got watching? We've got 13 guys watching and 16 likes. Very well done, guys. That's amazing. You guys have really made me happy now, as I have been commentating this all by my lonesome self, which, I mean, I don't mind it at all. It was much less worrying than I thought it would be. So, you know, I enjoy this. As no one's really close to each other at the moment, so they aren't really giving me anything to talk about. But you know what? Champ, 53-second lead. Wow. I know he still needs to make his mandatory pit stop, and Ben Parkey is in 2nd place, but he still needs to make his mandatory pit stop. But Champ, 52 seconds. 56 seconds to Unorthodox, who has made his mandatory pit stop. Now, will Ben Parkey's not come in to do his mandatory. As we're watching Champ here, you know, big kudos to you, man. I'm sure if Champ had been here since the season's start, I genuinely think he might have actually won this. Because whenever he's not crashing into other drivers or being crashed into or spinning himself round on last corners of last laps, he is a phenomenally fast driver. But also, he did give himself quite the bad reputation. I wasn't here for this, but when Motive Racing did a splash and dash for £100, there was quite a bit of controversy in that, so he made himself a wee bit of a target. And then also, not to mention the constant, I wouldn't say fighting, banter. I'll call it banter. The constant banter between him and Team Prolapse drivers, as he is the runner of Champ.Inc., I believe it is called. And another person who I believe is in that organization is this man, Sub-Zero, down in 5th place. He probably wants to be higher. Like I said, he's the Alexander Albon to the Verstappen, where Champ is Verstappen and Sub-Zero is Alexander Albon. But we're 14 laps in, and you know, I think that this might be the finishing order already. Unless something amazing happens and gives me something to talk about. Really, excuse me once again for the yawn. This race is quite boring, I will be honest. Thank goodness they're getting rid of it and bringing in the Formula Rookies next season. But yeah, unless something catastrophic happens and gives me something to talk about, I think that this might actually be the final standings. As Ben Parkey, voice crack once again. Ben Parkey comes in to finally make his mandatory pit stop. Plug in my mic for a second there, as it started to, you know, make weird noises for some reason. But Ben Parkey, he puts in a tiny drop of fuel and sits there for a while. Rightio. So let's run through the order. Champ has got 32 liters of fuel. Excuse me. Unorthodox only has 11. Unorthodox made his pit stop. Wait, why does it say we're looking at Sub-Zero? I've clicked on to Dan. Alright, okay. Wee bit of a glitch there. Civic is on 55. That's Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, you need to make your pit stop, man. You've only got 11 liters left of fuel. In fact, I think Sub-Zero's already made his mandatory pit stop. Did he just not put in enough fuel? Or is that a bug on my end? I don't know, but it seems to keep going down, so I wonder. Ben Parkey has gotten back up to 6th place after his mistake where he started on qualifying fuel. So, and he had to make a 2nd pit stop. So he's in 6th place after 2 pit stops. That just shows why he is the champion of this motor racing Formula Renault race championship, even not just the race. So yeah, at least he's giving me something to talk about, as he is all over the back of the Greek. So yeah, Fury coming through that corner, coming through the no-name corner. Not unorthodox, Ugbar and DJ Phil to run off the grid, but yeah, the Greek has lost. Oh, sorry, no. Ben Parkey. Oh, I completely missed that. Apologies. Ben Parkey got past the Greek. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, Sub-Zero, mate, you're going to want to come into pit now, I think. If you can hear me. Box. You've only got 8 liters left, man. Hope you can hear me. Let's see if he comes into box this lap now. No, he does not box. Wow, okay. Wait, so he'll have 7 liters. Right, let's do some maths, guys. Let's do some maths with Cillian on Motive Racing. He's got 7 liters a lap. 7 liters left. And he's just started his lap. Let's see if he... Oh, no. Nope, that's not where he wants to be. As he resets the track. Which was fairly safe to do. No one else was there. You know what? Fair enough. But he had 7 liters at the start of this lap. Let's see what he finishes off if he tries to go around it again. I think if he does not come into pit this time, he's going to run out of fuel. Because he's already 1.5 liters down. And he's only done 1 real corner. Let's ride on board with him here. Let's ride on his roof. Let us sit on his roof as if we're riding a horse. He's 2 liters on this lap now. He started on 7, he's on 5 now, so that is 2 liters this lap. And he's not even halfway through, so he needs to box this lap or he's donezo. Sub-Zero will be out of this race No questions asked. He's on 4 litres of fuel now. That is 3 litres a lap now. Warning, his pit wall needs to be telling him box, box, box right now. He has gone through 4 litres of fuel now in this one lap. I wonder, is it 5 litres of fuel a lap? That sounds about right. I think that was right a few races ago, and I think that's just right in general for these Formula Rental cars. They go through about 5 litres a lap, but he's only got 2.7. If he does not come in, he's donezo. He's out of this race. There's no way he can make it anymore. And he comes into pit. Okay. So that's good. That's good to see. As Ben Parkey is on the back of Xmart, but not close enough. Let us see if Sub-Zero, if he puts in enough fuel. So as you see there, the 2.3, that should hopefully go up. If it does not, he's only putting 18. Oh no! Is that all it's gone? Okay. It was glitched for a second there. It only showed 18, but he put in 35, so I think he should be fine. No questions asked. As, you know, Project Cars 2 likes to show us the completely wrong cameras. But you know, it is what it is, guys. And I hope I, by myself, have made this race quite something to watch. I hope I've done a good enough job on commentary, as this is my first time doing solo. So I hope I did well, guys. I think I thrive in solo. I think that's every single driver has done their mandatory pit stop now, as we're really coming into the dying stages of this race. Ben Parkey is on the back of Xmart. Xmart is his teammate, so you know he'll be wanting to beat him. No questions asked. As they both tap the grass a wee bit. I wonder, is Ben Parkey going to try and jump him into the bus stop chicane? We know that these drivers are both drunk, so as Xmart goes very wide, Ben Parkey goes even wider. So, you know, this is quite something. They're going side by side into turn 1. Who's going to make it first, though? Who's going to get through turn 1 first? As it seems Ben Parkey. But Ben Parkey goes quite slowly. Xmart takes quite a wide corner, but loses a lot of time going through there. Usually it's the other way around, where the sprint race is super boring and then the feature race is really exciting, as we get this lovely shot of these deciduous trees here in the hillside of Spa-Francorchamps. But yeah, usually it's the other way around, where this race is usually the really exciting one, as Champ has finally come in to make his pit stop. He's got 16.9 litres of fuel. Will he put in enough fuel is the question. Will he put in enough fuel? Champ has not put in enough fuel. It's 5 litres a lap. There's 4 laps left. Oh no! Where is Unorthodox? Unorthodox, if you are hearing this, Champ will not have enough fuel to make it to the end, I do not think. He's got 16 litres left now. You know what, I'll round it up, I'll make it 7, just 17 to make it easy for myself. Right, let us ride on board here with Champ. He's only got 23 seconds. Unorthodox is in his pit window. Champ. Oh my days. Matahimovic, this is probably what you're... Why is it switched to Sub-Zero? What? I've been completely caught out. It switched to Sub-Zero for some reason there. But Champ only has... He's gone through 2 litres already. Oh no. Matahimovic, this is what you wanted. This is going to give Unorthodox the win. 2 litres of fuel already. Champ, oh my days. He has got... I don't think he's going to have enough. If he starts fuel saving now, he might just about have enough. But I don't know. Unless he's absolutely masterminded this. This is going to be quite something to watch. Right, everyone in the comments, I need to know, what are your predictions? If anyone's in the comment, like, please predict, what do you think is going to happen? Right. He started on 17, he's now on 13, so that's 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Yeah, oh, he's used over 5 liters in that lap. Oh, maybe he has timed this and done this to absolute perfection. As he comes on to the 20th lap, he has absolutely masterminded this. Now, once again, get my maths incorrect. He should have at least 2 liters to spare, I think. But you know, I think we've already established that my maths is nowhere near as good as some of these drivers. Why? It's clicked onto Sub-Zero again for some reason. Like, Sub-Zero, you're a great guy, but I don't know why it keeps clicking onto you. As we go back onto Champ now. He's now down to 10 liters. This is quite tantalizing. Unorthodox is 19. Civic has 32. Ben is 30. Xmart 30. The Greek 23. 22 for Fury. 22 for Sub-Zero. And 44 for DJ Phil Green. But yeah, if my secondary calculations are correct, Champ should have just about 2 liters to spare. But you know what? Let's quickly take a look at time penalties. Champ has 12. Unorthodox has 11. Civic has 8. Ben Parkey has 5. Xmart has 1. The Greek has kept his nose clean. Fury has 7, Sub-Zero has 10, and DJ Phil once again has kept his nose clean this entire race. But you know what? I'll start rounding up because Champ is going to win this, I believe. If you like what you see here, guys, Formula Rookies will be starting up next season as Ben Parkey is within a second of Civic. If you like what you see here, guys, sign up to Motive Racing. And also, oh, Civic goes very well. Ben Parkey is on the podium. Ben Parkey just made it onto the podium. With 2 pit stops, he is on the podium. Ben Parkey gets driver of the day, hands down. Race isn't even over yet. I'm giving Ben Parkey driver of the day. He has won the championship. He has done a phenomenal recovery drive. I have to give kudos to the recovery drive, as I had a huge recovery drive at the Russia race in the F1 from last place to second place. But yeah, if you like what you see here, sign up to Motive Racing, join the Discord, sign up for the Formula Rookies. That's going to be great crack, I think, whenever that comes around. But Champ, he's on the final lap now, coming down the Camel Straight for the final time. I lost my train of thought. I've actually lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to say. You know what, I'll just start over again. Champ has drove a phenomenal race. He's 20 seconds over Unorthodox, and you know what, he well deserves this win. He's got a lot of stick for the way he acts with the Team Prolapse drivers and all that, but you know what, when he shows up, he shows up, and he's going to win this race in phenomenal fashion with just about enough fuel. As we ride on board here with our feature race winner of 21 laps. If this track was even just 2 kilometers any longer, I think Champ would have run out of fuel just before the line. But nope, he is going to finish this race in first place. I think we had another disconnection. We're only down to 9 drivers now, but Champ, our feature race winner, coming across the line to take the win as he does some swerves. That is some phenomenal driving from him. As I'm not sure if they're on cooldown laps. I think that's automatic. Yeah, it's automatic. I thought for a second that they could do donuts or something for the final race, but nope, obviously not. As Unorthodox, he probably wanted to beat Champ, but he didn't. Coming through the bus stop chicane, I think he'll be happy with second place. He will definitely take second place in the not in the constructors, in the championship. So well done to Unorthodox. As we're now looking at our championship leader and the Formula Renault Championship winner, Ben Parkey, who has done an amazing recovery drive this race and last race. I will give it to him. He's done two amazing recovery drives as he comes to the bus stop chicane here, and he's going to take third place onto the podium. You know, that is amazing. No swerves, just straight across the line. That is amazing, man. Civic in fourth place, coming across the line. Not sure he's in the standings. Xmart coming across the line in fifth place. The Greek, sorry, not the Greek. The Greek coming through the bus stop chicane for sixth place, as he does some lovely swerves for us there. Finally, someone doing some swerves for us. That's amazing to see. Fury coming through the bus stop chicane now. I will repeat that. Fury coming over the bus stop chicane. Nearly going into the wall there. Doing a few complimentary reeves. Slowing down right before the line. Is he going to reverse? No. Donuts. Lovely donuts there from Fury, as our camera angle just does not want to pick up on that. Has he gone over the line? Yeah, the AI is taking over now. So, as our cameraman just wanted to not look at that for some reason, Sub-Zero coming through the bus stop chicane, rounding off the grid in 8th place, and DJ Phil, who is already DJ Phil doing donuts. Love to see it. DJ Phil, the only driver getting to do proper donuts, proper burnouts. You know, I'll give it to him. Let's watch this man do donuts, as we will eventually go to the screen. Champ cuts corners and normal. Yeah, I won't disagree on that, as the Greek and DJ Phil are the only drivers not to cut a single corner. So kudos to them, guys. This was a phenomenal race. I hope you guys really enjoyed this race. I enjoyed both races quite a bit. Well done to Ben Parkey on becoming the champion. Champ had 12 seconds. Wow, okay. Sub-Zero had 16 seconds. But yeah, guys, if you like what you see, make sure you sign up. Thank you everyone who came to watch. Thank you for all the likes, guys. My name is Cillian. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I believe that there are touring cars. Yeah, I believe. So make sure you tune in for that. And, you know, for now, guys, I'm signing off. Thank you very much for coming here and watching this amazing race. Guys, that was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I was by myself, so I tried my best. That was, you know, I think I want to do commentary by myself. I want to do commentary by myself from now on. I enjoyed it. I felt like in my space. I've now called whenever commentator hiccups, I've called that the Andes. Because Andy always hiccups and then announces that yes, he did hiccup. What was with all those crashes though? That was like mental. I couldn't. Yeah, unorthodox. Dan, you took out you took out Ben. That was hilarious. Yeah, you certain. Why did Does anyone know why Ben had to pit on the first lap? Was it because he started with qualifying fuel? Oh, drive through. Oh, I thought he made a pit stop. What was it then? Oh, that was an absolute shit show. Yeah. um, that was quite something. Everyone was using DRS. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, man, you're crazy. I think everyone's voting to kick champ. Yeah, you lost it through the no-name corner. Yeah, you and Ben both spun there. And then DJ Phil at the end was the only one that got to do donuts. Yeah, he didn't cross the line. He was just doing donuts at the bus stop. I must say, I'm very much looking forward to doing more solo commentary, I think. Oh, 100%. 100% agree with that. The sprint race, there's actually quite a lot going on in the sprint race. I think I caught that, yeah. I'm not sure. There was a few battles that I missed. Yeah, there's quite a lot of battles. Quite a lot of battles. I couldn't keep up with everything. Yeah, that was caught on stream. I must say, Champ was fucking fast in that race. I really was, yeah. Took me a second. Oh no, I told you. I told you I was happy. Don't then wait until 2021 comes out. Don't Yeah, don't buy 2020. Yeah, but like I mean, maybe if it's on sale somewhere, get it, but like if it's not on sale, don't buy it. Yeah. Yeah. 19 is a good game for like career mode and stuff like that. I wouldn't say noticeably better. Fucking stuttering. Because I mean, it's Excuse me, it's near enough the same car. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. That was great crack, guys. It's okay, man. I hope you guys enjoy the commentary. I tried to make it as fun as possible. Did I mention Champ? He wasn't really in many fights. Wait, who was asking? I mentioned Champ every time that I noticed that he was pulling out a huge gap. That's whenever I mentioned him. So yeah, I once he nearly had a minute gap to Dan. So yeah.